So I'm just going to have a go at doing a quick run through some wall exercises. So we're going to start with a little bit of a warm up. The hands are going to go on the wall. The feet are going to go wide. So turning it's a wide position of the hips, wider than hip width apart, and the knees and the toes are going in the same direction. So we're going to get some glute medius bias for this kind of squat. Hands on the wall for that little bit of stability, and as you sink down you can almost feel like the torso is going to go a little bit towards the wall. So begin to sink down, so letting your pelvis go backwards, sinking down into your squat, and then pressing up, again moving in that direction of the wall. Okay, so sinking down, going up, feeling that pelvis naturally rotate backwards just a little bit as you initiate that movement, staying lightly connected through your core throughout. And as you press back up, you want to feel those glutes really kick in. Now if you feel like the weight goes back into your heels as you squat down, just bring that weight a little bit more into the forefoot, and that's going to restore your balance. So we're going to keep going, and I want you to try and get to about 10, just to nicely feel nice and warmed up. Now once you get to your 10 repetitions, then we're going to move into the next exercise. So from here we're going to now go into a heel toe position. So what that's going to look like is that there's going to be one leg standing, and then the other leg is going to be doing this motion where the heel comes around to tap the opposite leg, and then you're going to turn it in the other way, so the knee turns in. So it's heel, knee, heel, knee. Okay, so again you're going to have the hands on the wall just to facilitate that balance. We want the other leg staying nice and steady, so at the hip, so you're not sinking over. And we're going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can keep going, then do. So work to your fatigue point. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you're going to swap over, do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So again, you just work to what you can get to. If you start losing the form after 5, that's fine. You just stop at 5 and you build it up from there. So once we've done that one, we're now going to do a curtsy lunge. So for this one, again, what we're going to be doing is you're going to be doing this movement where you're in a lunge position, but you're kind of rotating around the other leg. So we're rotating round, staying pretty neutral through the pelvis, but the pelvis is naturally going to go back because it's a little bit of a lunge squat. And again, you're going to have your hands on the wall to give you that stability as you step round. And what you'll feel deep inside the femur is it's almost like you can feel like the bone rotating within the socket, and that's because that's actually what's happening. Okay, so hands on the wall, pick your leg, make sure you're soft at the knee, and it helps to feel like you're kind of sitting back into your sit bones a little bit, so the sit bones are pointing a little bit behind you. Hands on the wall, thinking about stepping through curtsy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can keep going, then do. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Swap sides. And again, think about soft knee, sitting back into it, nice long torso, arms on the wall for extra balance. And we're going to go for 1, 2. Okay, see how I'm lifting this leg a little high to step round as well. And I also lift it high on the return. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then we're going to finish off, so we're going to go into a lunge stance position. So go in our lunge stance position. What we want is for the trunk to stay nice and steady. So you're stepping backwards, okay? But we want that trunk not to do that, and we don't want the leg to do that. So your goal is on being able to stay nice and long. And if you start to feel like that happens, then I want you to just think about turning the leg out. You're going to feel that bum kick in, and that's going to straighten you up. So if I let that happen, I turn it out, I straighten up, it's the turning of that leg that's made that happen. I'll do the same on my weak leg. This is my recovering from injury leg, and you'll see that this one it doesn't kick in quite so easily as the other one. But again, if I can probably show you better here. So it's going to naturally fall down. I straighten up the leg, I straighten up. Okay, so it's going to be the same for you, but we're going to use the wall for that extra little bit of stability. So pick a leg to go back on, and do that. And again, can you see I'm long through my torso? Stay in that alignment, don't do any of this or that. Okay, and we're going to stay there. And what you want to be able to do is to maintain that alignment in this position. So you're trying to hold that. Let's see if we can do it for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great, swap legs. Same setup, foot on the ground, sit back, reach back, long torso, arms for stability. Keep turning that leg out if it starts to drop in. Make sure that trunk is nice and long and that you're not finding yourself falling over to one side of the wall. Those hands want to be right in the centre. So put a hand on your sternum and see if you can send it straight forwards to that wall. And if that is the same, if you take the hand to the pelvis, is that still in the same place? Or have we got a little bit of a wonky pattern going on? If you have, turn that leg out and it will straighten you up. Keep there 10 seconds. Okay, switch sides. Let's repeat that a couple of times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Swap sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if this is starting to feel like it's quite easy to maintain it for that 10 seconds, let's challenge it a little bit more. So keeping the arms on the wall, all you're going to do is you're going to go onto that stabilizing leg. I'll show you on the stronger one. And you're going to stay there, and then you're going to tap 2 and back. Tap 2 and back. Okay? So we're just trying to keep that stability whilst moving through it. Okay, so the further away you take that leg, the harder it is. So if it feels like you can do it, but only if you go here, fine, do that, and then work towards being able to reach. And that should hopefully help you to build up a little bit of control.